I'm trying to fix some problem to easy or avoid the issue that European Union raised their anti-dumping test. Chinese ceramic. Many customers also complain that they have tried many new suppliers outside China. They have chat with them, visited them, even invest some money to them. But it's so difficult to find a proper alternative supplier outside China. Takes time, money, energy, even though they don't have enough proper suppliers to match their requirements. And now I'm going to Nigeria to find some solutions for our customers. We are trying to avoid, if we cannot avoid, at least we try to ease the problem. Looking at the global landscape of the ceramic tableware manufacturing industry, China still dominates ceramics production. Over 80% of the world's capacity is here. Europe's traditional hubs are still around, but they've shrunk. Southeast Asia is growing, but their efficiency and output are nowhere near China's level. 顺利到达拉各斯，马上下飞机了。Thank you. Hi. 这是尼日利亚工厂的办公室，下面车间都是生产区。This factory was originally built to serve the local African market. So the plant started out at the very low end because investing too much in design or premium materials would have priced them out of the market. But no serious factory wants to stay low end forever. The whole point of this trip is to figure out whether we can upgrade it step by step to meet European standards. Let's get inside and see for ourselves. Yeah, the workers that are making the handle of the mugs. Love to make the handle. And painting line. Like closer, I have a look. Here is the painting. Since they only use clear glaze, decoration depends entirely on the painter's skill. But you can see uneven brushstrokes. The workers' skills still need improvement. The good news, because it's all clear glaze and high temperature firing, heavy metal migration isn't an issue. Food safety is actually fine. Now the packing line, their current standard is simple. If it's not broken, it passes. Warps, pinholes, kill dust defects that would be rejected in China are all packed up here. You'll notice the workers are really friendly. They wave and smile when they see me. But they're not fully absorbed in their work, unlike the focused, experienced craftsmen you'd see in China. The finishing is rough. Here are the raw materials. Here's where they store the raw clay. They use local clay here, and the African mineral deposits are actually high grade. The black mud seems better than China. The problem, because the factory has always focused on cheap products, they never asked suppliers to screen the material properly. If we want to upgrade, we have to start by separating raw materials by quality. They're making the plates. In the pressing section, they run the machines fast to maximize output. but speed causes uneven wall thickness, warping, and weak green strength. To improve quality, we'd have to slow down the presses and control the clay's moisture and hardness more precisely. One bright spot, though, almost everyone here is young. Young people have energy and learn quickly. With proper training and motivation, this could become a huge advantage. Over at the glazing line, the main issue is sloppy technique. Fingerprints left on the ware show up as rough spots after firing. Dust or tiny particles on the surface before glazing cause pinholes and prickles.
Here is the queue.
At a kiln, the loaders and unloaders work pretty hard. It's physically demanding, so they don't have much spare attention. Now let's look at the finished pieces. By Chinese grading, maybe 50% would make a B grade, compared to 80 to 90% plus in typical Chinese plants. For our current small trial orders to Europe, we're just handpicking the best ones from that lot, but that's not sustainable. So what's the plan? We have to improve management across the board. Yes, this factory has upgrade potential, but it needs systematic, step-by-step reform. We can't expect European quality overnight, but the direction is clear. Meanwhile, back in China, we can't cut prices any further. The only way forward is innovation. New shapes, new colors, new materials, things that make customers feel they're getting real value for a higher price. That's the double shift. Move low-end production to Africa and Southeast Asia while upgrading our Chinese operations toward higher design and creativity. Quality comes from management. Growth comes from innovation. Once I'm back, we'll officially start the European order pilot program at this Nigerian plant. I hope next time I visit, I'll see a noticeably better product. Thanks for coming along. See you in the next one.